Hey guys, welcome back to another behind the scenes video about a wedding, a full wedding. If you're here, it's probably because you're a photographer that wants to see how another photographer does it, or maybe you're somebody looking to book me. This wedding is from 2019, so it's a little old now, but I just got around to making a behind the scenes of it. So some of the gear I use has changed, but ask me any questions, I'm here for you guys. Are you telling her? Smile, perfect. So here we are at the bridal preparation portion of the day. If you are a wedding photographer, you want to make it easy on yourself and everybody else. So the first thing you should do after booking a client is informing the client, letting her know, or him know, what it is that you're looking for. They'll have these things ready for you so that when you get there, you can get to work right away. I found this green couch. I liked it a lot. You can see some of the photos that I'm taking. I just think it goes really nice. Like, it's a perfect couch. And the light is coming to the right side of it. While the bride is getting her makeup going, I take this time to photograph all the details individually, all together. But yeah, find a good spot with good light. Take pictures of everything that's important to her. Ask her for anything that's important to her. If she can't think of it, then you probably can think of it and tell her what normally is photographed so she can have it ready for you.
I guess people won't understand until it's their day.
When they say things like 10 people in the bridal party, I'm like, man, are you sure you want that? Generally, I would wait until everything is almost ready for the makeup, and I just had a lot of time this day, I remember. So while the videographers were working on the details, I thought I could get a few shots of the bride getting her makeup, and it is a little too early in the process, but you know, she looks great, and so I just took a few shots. I'll come back to all the details, and then I'll go photograph the dress, and then I'll come back when she's almost ready with the makeup. But like I said, she looks great now. Otherwise, I wouldn't go for it right now.
We have the ornament, we have balcony, we have a huge bar.
So I come back for the details. All the items are placed next to each other in a nice way, but I'm taking individual shots of everything, and I also take shots of things individually, like this. You don't see that in the GoPro footage, but I definitely get everything by itself and everything together. So here we are, and there was nowhere to take photos of the dress. That seems to be always an issue, I think. Like, where do you put the dress? So luckily we saw this wall on the way up here, and I thought, okay, this would go with the green and the theme of it, so why not here? I'm getting natural light, which is super easy, super nice, as opposed to using flash and have it look very flashy. Once we're done with the dress, we head back up very carefully to not get the dress dirty. So now she's almost ready. So here I am taking some more photos. I am using a flash to the left-hand side. You can probably see that in the shots. And it has a lantern softbox. That lantern softbox makes it so diffused, so nice. I love the way it looks. It's a little bulky to carry around, and I'm often wondering if I need it, but I'm always glad I bring it because, man, the pictures come out looking so nice and soft lighting. Even when there is no soft lighting, this helps a lot. You can see a lot of my shots aren't really tight because there's clutter in the back. I mean, you can see that in the GoPro footage. Had I done anything a little wider, you'd be able to see that. Here there's some strong backlight. There's no space to the left, no space to the right. What do? Where do I go? You have to find your way around. You have to find a spot, and you have to use the backlighting in some shots. So here I found a spot, you know. It's right to the side. The light is coming from the right hand side. Should create nice lighting. See, like that, super nice. You have to watch out for that mirror in the back. There's a few mirrors that was a little iffy because I don't want to be in the shots. I like for things to be natural. So right here I'm telling the bride, get ready. Do what you normally would do to get ready. And then if she doesn't look my way, if I want her to look my way, I direct her a little bit. But you try and let things flow out the way naturally it would come out, and you capture that like this. You can't really pose that. You let it happen, you take the shots. If you need something though, you have to speak up. You can't just let things go without speaking up. I have some flash going on because there's a strong backlight. If I didn't use that flash, it would just be so washed out. I'm not the biggest fan of using so much flash in the getting ready portion of the day, or any portion of the day if I don't have to, but you know, you have to be able to learn to use it if you need it. Go all the way around, go to the side, go in front of them, get a variety of shots. Don't just get one or two, get 20, 30. Seriously. Turns them into black and white, they'll appreciate the variety. So you keep moving around, you see, but watch out for that mirror. You don't want to be in the shot. So there I am in the mirror, but you have to find the right angle. Luckily I did find a few angles, and look at that, that's super nice. On this particular day there was no first look, so here I am taking photos of her, and after this we'll head out and take photos of all the bridesmaids and the bride's mom and family, but not the groom, not the groomsmen, because they won't see each other until the ceremony. So here, you know, there's such limited amount of space. You see all the clutter to the left, you see the clutter to the right. It's really hard to get that super wide angle shot, right? But you have to do what you can, short of spending all your time tidying everything up. Get in a little tighter, get the shots. It's not going to be perfect all the time, but just do your best. This wedding was shot a few years ago, pre-COVID, and looking at it now, it seems incredible to have so many people in one room. Like, wow, that's not what it's like now. So everybody... Oh, you want to be there? Alright, cool, man. Look over here. Perfect, big smile. Stay like that. Everybody look at Monet, smile at her, laugh, there you go. Good, stay like that, stay like that. Alright. Give me a funny one, everybody. 1, 2, 3, give me funny, there we go. Good. Smile, perfect. Good, one more, look at each other, laugh, ha ha ha. Big smile. Good. Look at each other, laugh, ha ha ha. All the more, get in there, dude. There you go. There we go. Look over here. Big smile. Give me a funny one. 1, 2, 3, go. Funny. There we go. There you go, Monet. Look at each other. Smile. Ha ha ha. Right before the ceremony starts, maybe about 20 minutes before people start getting there, I take this time to photograph some of the details of the place. So you go walking around, you get a wide shot, which unfortunately I'm not showing you because I only had the GoPro on one camera. But you take photos of everything, see? All the little details of everything that's around. You go around the entire place, you get all this. This would be a good time to explain that this isn't something that just happened because like, oh, I have time right now. We knew we were gonna have this time. You need to talk to your bride and groom and schedule all these things out so you know where to be at what time. I knew I was gonna have time for these shots, so I am definitely going in there and taking advantage of it. We scheduled it out just perfectly. On this particular day, we had a ton of time, a ton. So here I am getting all these shots, getting all the details, but then we're gonna have enough time to go and get reception details, which normally doesn't happen for a couple of reasons. Maybe it's not ready yet, or maybe the time that I can go get reception pictures of the details is during like cocktail hour or right before cocktail hour, and I can't be there. But for this, I got to get details of everything. So I got one light set up right now just to give a little bit of light, you know, where it needs to go. get some close-ups, get some wide shots. You of course have to get the super wide shot. Oftentimes what happens is it's hard to get that shot because there's people working there right now. Something's happening where it's super difficult to get that shot. You probably need a 14mm lens to get a super wide shot of all this. So be sure to get everything that they put the time and effort to put together. You're there to capture all this. They want to remember it, so just overshoot, don't undershoot. Get everything, including the candy bar. So it's time for the ceremony, and believe it or not guys, this is the easiest part of the day for me, by far. Especially because look, we're in open shade. You can't really shoot anywhere and get a bad picture right now. There's no sun hitting any of this, it's just shaded. And the action happens, and you just sit there and you take everything. Again though, I don't have GoPro footage of everything because these are taken with my 35mm lens, which is the lens I have, the camera I have to my left hand side, and the GoPro is not on it, but I'm taking all these photos, see? Now we're back to my 70-200, which look at this space, it's huge. I can basically be in one spot and take shots of everything and everybody. I get shots of the bridesmaids, I get shots of the groomsmen, I get shots of the crowd. You want to remember all this. A bride wants to remember all this, so I'm getting all that. Up until this point, I've been getting everything at single point focus. I focus, I recompose, focus, recompose, take the shot. Here I have it on continuous focusing now because she's moving towards, and it's not very easy to single point focus and recompose real quick, although she is moving really slow. But I'm using continuous focusing, and this was done with the Nikon D750, guys. It was done 2 years ago, so I didn't have the mirrorless camera for weddings yet. You know, you get a lot of these shots. It's super nice, super shaded, so it's just beautiful shots. Interestingly though, the crew that I'm with, they're using the Nikon Z6 for video. Later on, I realized how much easier it was with the Nikon Z6 as opposed to the D750, even though I love the D750 camera. So I switched up to using the Nikon Z6s for wedding photography. It's easy for a photographer to get complacent and take a few shots and get them. You don't want to be obtrusive, you don't want to get in people's ways, but look how much space there is here. How the opportunities for different angles are there. So I'm all over the place. I am not satisfied with getting a few angles. No, I want to get everything and everybody. I took hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of photos, and I delivered so many of those. But I went down the middle, I went to the right, to the left, down the middle, got all these shots. When you're in the middle though, guys, you want to kind of kneel down and not be in anybody's way. I always think that during a wedding, the expressions on their face, on the bride and groom, isn't just the only thing that's important. You also gotta get the dad, you gotta get the mom. They have really happy expressions, and you want to capture that. So make sure to get that too. You should have enough time. Ceremonies run 15-20 minutes to an hour. These are shots I got with the 35mm lens, but I don't have GoPro footage of them, but I wanted to show you that I did in fact get group shots, and here they are. We're heading towards the end of the night here, the reception. Here's some shots that I got at their entrances that I don't have GoPro footage of, but you can see the lighting here. There's lights to the left, there's lights to the right, there's video lights. I place 2 flashes here. I have 3 flashes actually. One's all the way to the end of the room to the right, one's all the way behind me to the right, my right, and then one of them is roaming, so you can see it right there to the right hand side. I place it where I need it, and you get these nice shots that I really like. The reception portion of the night or the day is actually the second easiest time of the day for me, because everything is happening. You don't really direct any of this. It's happening. The most maybe you'll do is you'll tell them where to stand because your lights are set up. There's light coming from that side. You saw it there. You get this nice rim lighting and just dimensionality to the photos as opposed to just flat lighting. I don't like that. See, you have lights coming from the left, from the right, and it just looks so much nicer. So when you have a room like this with all this up lighting, to me it's like, whoa, what can I do here? This is gonna be awesome, because you end up with these really great shots. If there was one thing I could change about this, is where the DJ is. Like, look at that. I can't stand that. I think the DJ should be off to the side somewhere. There was no way around it though. So I did get a lot of those shots, and then I tried to move to the left, to the right, to try and avoid getting the DJs, but it was a little difficult to do that. That was the one thing about this that I could change, I would. But here I am, see, I'm trying to move and to get different angles, and you got some different ones, but there's always somebody in the back. Not just guests are okay, but the DJs, I think, should be not as visible. So you can see things happening like the dances, and to me this is awesome because it's just so easy for me to get all these shots once my lights are in place. I'm basically picking off shots, getting some wide angles, getting shots like this. This to me is fun, the natural kind of expressions, and they're just genuinely having a great time. I love these shots here. Same thing for speeches, is you gotta get all these. Once your lights are set up, you should be good, but if things change, like if they were in a different part of the floor space, then you quickly have to adjust and move those lights. That's why maybe you should have an assistant to help you with this. Off-camera lighting to me is fun. It's my favorite. It's what I think separates some photographers, and it just looks so much nicer than just having it go into darkness in the back, you know what I mean? At the same time though, you don't want to kill that ambient light. They paid for that uplighting, they like it. You just want to enhance it. Here's some shots that I got with the 35mm lens. I don't have GoPro footage of that, but it looks super nice and you can see them having a great time. I hope you enjoyed, guys. Please consider subscribing. It would mean so much to me if you did. All it takes is a little click, and I promise to keep coming up with these videos so that you guys can see how I do things. And remember, how I do things is not the right way, it's just my way. Alright guys, see you soon.